Hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, former single mom, felon, stripper, now two-time author and keynote speaker. I tell the truth about how to navigate personal and professional situations. And we need to talk about felony voting. We need to talk about felons being able to vote again. They're a super large population in the United States. We have one of the highest incarceration states in the entire world. And here's the thing. You may not know this, but you should. There is no felon that I've ever heard of that as part of their sentence, it has said, you will never be able to vote again. I don't know of any felon that was convicted and that was a stipulation that was said by the judge, you will never be able to vote again. Yet many states, and one state in particular, and I'm talking about you, the state of Virginia, that might be for lovers, but definitely isn't for second chances, equity, or fairness, has permanently, as of 2023, ended the pathway for anyone with a previous felony conviction to vote. Now, why does this matter? Think about it. You do something wrong, you get on restriction, you do your restriction time, you get the privilege back. You value that privilege more than you did before. So number one, I would suggest that people with felonies who have had all of their rights stripped away are actually more appreciative and therefore more informed because they treat their right to vote as more precious. I certainly do. Number two, how is a state dictating who can vote in a federal election? Number three, you realize that state still gets the benefit of counting the felons when it comes to federal funding, when it comes to representation, when it comes to census matters. They still get the right of having that felon, but have totally disenfranchised them from the voting system. So how is it that once you actually do your time, you are still faced with a lifelong consequence that, especially if you had a plea deal, you never agreed to? I can promise you I never signed anything that said I would never be able to vote again. So therefore, I can never live in the state of Virginia because as an American who has paid their debt to society, I can't vote. The most precious thing we have as Americans. And I just have to ask you, is the reason you don't want felons to vote because you're afraid that they might engage in felonious activity, like voting for a felon? That obviously isn't it. Y'all don't have a problem with that. So what's your real problem? Why do you really want to take away the right for a felon who has paid their debt to society? I don't know, maybe re-entered society and gotten 4 degrees and full-time employed and turned their life completely around. Why don't you want me to vote, Virginia? What are you afraid of? Because you're not afraid of me electing a felon, obviously.